There are 5 everyday foods, ones you probably think are totally fine, that can spike your anxiety by up to 73%. And one of them mimics a panic attack inside your body. Plus, there's a morning habit most people with anxiety do every single day, thinking it's harmless, but it's actually tripling their stress response. And today, I'll show you exactly how to fix it without giving it up. If you've ever felt like anxiety comes out of nowhere, like you're doing everything right, but your body keeps betraying you, I need you to hear this. It's not in your head, and it's not your fault. Your nervous system is just responding to signals you didn't know you were sending. And in my practice, I see anxiety triggering foods sabotage clients every single day. Hi, I'm Leilani. I'm a clinical nutritionist and a chef, and I have helped hundreds of clients go from waking up with dread to feeling genuinely calm, sometimes in less than 24 hours, with small changes that make a big impact. So today I'm breaking down the 5 worst offenders, the common foods and drinks that cause anxiety, plus the science-backed hacks and easy swaps to feel calmer, sharper, and in control without giving up your favorite things. And I'll show you how to turn rice, potatoes, and pasta from a blood sugar bomb into gut healing, brain calming foods. And if you drink alcohol, sometimes to self-medicate, I get it. I've got a trick that cuts your blood alcohol spike by up to 50% to help protect both your gut and your nervous system. And honestly, this hits close to home for me because I used to be that person living on coffee and healthy morning toast while wondering why my anxiety kept getting worse. And it wasn't until I understand the gut health anxiety connection is one of the major root causes of anxiety. So I'll also show you a proven path that helps calm everything down for the long term. Because if your microbiome is inflamed or out of balance, your nervous system will feel like somebody hit the panic button. All right, let's go. Number 1, coffee. So you start your day with coffee to your morning ritual that is actually a cortisol bomb. Because within 20 minutes of the first sip, your body interprets caffeine as a threat. Your adrenals dump adrenaline and cortisol. They're the exact same chemicals released when you're being chased by a bear, except there's no bear. It's just you at your desk, wondering why your hands are shaky and your thoughts are racing. So if you've ever wondered, does coffee cause anxiety? This might explain a lot about how you're feeling. And this is what we call a coffee-induced anxiety. And for someone who already struggles with anxiety, you're much more sensitive. It's the same dose, much bigger reaction, because studies show that just 400 milligrams daily, which is about 4 standard cups, directly correlates with coffee and anxiety panic attacks. And the research is clear. High caffeine intake can actually trigger panic symptoms even in healthy adults. But here's the hack. You don't need to think about quitting coffee completely. But never drink coffee on an empty stomach. Always have it after protein. And I tell clients, have your breakfast first, your eggs, your avocado, and coffee second. This significantly buffers the cortisol spike. Better yet, switch to matcha latte, at least some of the time. It's the same energy, but the L-theanine actually calms your nervous system while the caffeine still energizes you. It's one of the best calming foods for anxiety, disguised as a morning pick-me-up. One of my clients even texted, on day 3, matcha was the first time I felt calm energy in years. Number 2, fried foods like fries, fried chicken, donuts, and chicken nuggets. These are anxiety accelerators and foods that make anxiety worse in most people. Because when oil hits high heat, it oxidizes, creates compounds that literally trigger neuroinflammation, causes anxiety and brain fog. And research shows Frequent fried food intake is associated with a higher rate of depression as well in population studies. This is the gut-brain connection at work. These toxic oils damage your microbiome, cross the blood-brain barrier, and send inflammatory signals straight to your brain, affecting your mood. Here's what to do. Swap to grilled or poached when possible, and treat fried as an occasional thing. Get yourself an air fryer, and when you do fry, use a high smoke point oil like avocado, coconut oil, grass-fed ghee, never seed oils. Now, before we jump into the gut boosting upgrades for rice, pasta, and potatoes, here's something important. If you're dealing with anxiety and digestive issues like irregular bowels, bloating, or just that constant off feeling, your anxiety isn't just in your head. The root cause is coming from your gut microbiome and a dysbiosis. And here's the thing, it only gets worse if you don't address the root cause. And that is exactly why I've created a complete gut reset and repair program. It's a 30-day protocol that rebalances your microbiome from the ground up so you can actually feel like yourself again. It's not just a band-aid fix. I'll put the links in the description below. Go and check it out if you're ready to fix this at the source. Because anxiety is your body's way of warning you that something is wrong. So don't ignore the symptoms. Get onto it before it's a lot harder to fix. Trust me, I see chronic fatigue and depression every day in my clinic. Right, let's talk about how to transform rice and pasta. So number 3, refined carbs. So refined carbs, they're basically sugar dressed up as food. White bread, pasta, potatoes, rice, these are foods that spike blood sugar and anxiety altogether. They spike your blood glucose and then crash it about 90 minutes later. When that happens, your body panics and pumps out adrenaline to stabilize you. That afternoon anxiety, it's not stress, it's your lunch. That's the blood sugar anxiety connection, and it's one of the most overlooked causes of daily anxiety symptoms. Those glucose roller coasters are why refined carbs are on every list to avoid for anxiety. But here's 2 genius hacks to turn them into foods that help anxiety and the gut. 1, eat your carbs last. Have your healthy fats and protein first, carbs third. This simple order can reduce your glucose spike by up to 73% and dramatically reduce the blood sugar anxiety crash. 2, cook and cool your potatoes or pasta for 12 hours or more. This creates resistant starch that feeds your good gut bacteria, and add a spoon of coconut oil while cooling and you significantly increase the resistant starch. That starch part means it's resistant from human digestion and becomes food for your good mood microbes. So you get fewer calories and better gut health. See, there really was a reason to eat your grandma's potato salad. Number 4, alcohol. I get it, this one's tricky because I know a lot of you, including myself, reach for wine to unwind at the end of the day. But if you've ever said alcohol gives me anxiety, you're not imagining it. Here's what's actually happening. Because alcohol is the ultimate anxiety trap. In the first hour, your GABA, your calming down neurotransmitter, increases and you feel relaxed. But here's the problem. Your brain compensates by reducing GABA production and ramping up glutamate, that's your anxiety chemical. When the alcohol wears off, you're left with depleted GABA and surging glutamate. And that is why you wake up at 3 a.m. when your heart is racing. That's your alcohol anxiety in action. Or maybe you feel anxiety the next day. And often alcohol and anxiety the next day peaks 16 to 30 hours later. That's post-alcohol anxiety. Because the alcohol damages your gut lining, disrupts your microbiome, and depletes the very nutrients your brain needs to regulate mood. So it's a triple hit, and it includes depression triggers as well. So if you're going to drink, here's the harm-reducing version. Eat fatty protein first. Salmon, nuts, olives, avocado. Studies show that this can slow alcohol absorption by 50%. Choose clear spirits with soda water over sugary cocktails, and drink a full glass of water between every alcoholic drink, preferably with electrolytes. And here's a DIY drink to make at home. Go and watch that video. Now keep your portions small because your liver can only process about 1 standard drink per hour. But honestly, swap that wine for kombucha in a wine glass. You get the ritual, the gut benefits, and 0 rebound anxiety. Because it's worth even quitting alcohol for 2 weeks. Because this break can show you how much alcohol, and coffee for that matter, have been affecting you. And it's not about quitting forever. It's about giving your gut and your brain a break and then bringing in the best versions of those foods when your body can handle them better. And that is what my Gut Health Reset program is all about. Go and check it in the links below. It's a step-by-step program to help you through that process. Now, drop a comment if you want me to do a full video on the best alcohol options for gut health. Number 5, artificial sweeteners. This is the healthy swap that quietly destroys your gut. The link between artificial sweeteners and anxiety is one of the most underrated connections in nutrition science. And artificial sweeteners and gut health, it's not good news. Research shows aspartame can alter your microbiome in as little as 8 weeks, reducing the bacteria that regulate and help mood. So when those microbes are gone or damaged, they produce fewer calming neurotransmitters like GABA and serotonin, which increases anxiety sensitivity. This is the gut health connection at work. Studies link regular diet drink consumption to significantly higher anxiety scores compared to non-consumers. This is why artificial sweeteners belong on any list of foods that trigger anxiety. So the better choice, swap to stevia or raw honey. They both support healthy gut bacteria and don't trigger the same microbiome damage, and these are genuinely calming foods for anxiety compared to artificial options. The artificial sweeteners might save you a few calories, which is a complete facade anyway, but they cost you your gut health and your mood. If this video helped you understand the gut health and anxiety connection, drop a comment, hit the like. It really supports my channel and helps me bring you more science-backed gut health videos each week. Until next time, love your guts.